Hello, hello. Uh, just gonna talk and yap to myself, but that's okay. I'm here for the thrill of it, even if it's just me. But let's let's do this. Um, Hi everyone. Yeah. Sorry, I'm new to all this. Never done it before. Let's start with the model, shall we? Show myself off a little bit. Oh, we've got some really good sneakers there. Really nice, kind of old fashioned, but you know what? That's fine. Got some baggy blue jeans, slacks, if you will. Uh, it really breathes and gives some life to it, as you can see. Yeah, it's nice. I like how it wraps and closes around the ankle. Keeps things nice and snug. I enjoy it quite a bit. We've got a little bit of a hint to the my beautiful jacket, of course, and more of my shirt. Good old sailor's pink and white stripe. I enjoy that quite a bit too. Um, Gives a little bit of more of a color texture as you my necklace. Good old shark tooth when I fought against a megalodon and all that. And boom, here we are. Hi, yes. Here I am. uh, so yeah, my beautiful luscious locks here, as you can see, and the glasses, the mysterious glasses. Um, uh, yeah. So there's a story behind all that. Um, I I have piercing blue eyes that puts all of those around me to fell and swoon over love. But I don't want that. I want companionship. I want friendship. I want people to look at me and see me for me and not my eyes. So, a good friend, a blacksmith, crafted these special black trimmed glasses and have more or less sealed my eyesight and its powers. Unfortunately, I've worn these glasses for so long that I forgot how my eyesight works, so I'm blind. I wouldn't say I'm blind, like I can still see, but like my eyes don't work the way that they used to. So like with glasses, eyesight's bad. Without glasses, eyesight's still bad, but even worse because it has that blue gaze. uh, but that's okay, because we're just here to show myself off, introduce myself to everyone out there, and play games, chat, chill, and all that fun stuff. So let's actually get right into the actual like presentation, right? Okay. Um, so yeah, uh, the name. I am Roy Wesley. I go by Seiko on most online sites and everything, or Seikosenpai. Call me Seiko. I do prefer that. That's much easier than the whole Roy Wesley. Um, Whatever. Twitch was being weird and just like, we don't want Senpai. So I was like, okay, let me put in Wesley. Whatever. It's no big deal. It's fine. Just Seiko Senpai, Senpai, whatever. I'm fine with that. I was born on July 2nd. So it is uh, very hot, very 4th of July baby for the Americans. Um, so I don't get to celebrate it much because the holidays always just kind of take the precedent, but that's okay. I don't do much. I just chill and sit in my room for the most part, listen to music in the darkness. I'm a weirdo like that. Let me actually get my model to be a little bit closer as we. There we go. Okay, yeah, you're probably going to see the eyes go a little bit crazy because of that, but again, that's okay. That is okay. Do not worry about it. Um, okay. Um, I am 175 centimeters tall, or um, I think it's like 5'9". I'm really short, and that's okay. Short canes, yeah. It's okay. I've been fully accepting of that, and it's just, yeah, just something I enjoy. All right, we're gonna go into some of the more fast facts. This is actually just gonna be a very quick debut. Just kind of throwing myself out there. I'm not even gonna expect this to be like longer than 30 minutes, if I'm gonna be honest, um, because I mean, there's no one here to actually have a conversation with. But yeah, that's okay. If there was people to have a conversation with, this would probably go on for much longer. But if I'm just giving the information going out there, then it'll be on a VOD. It'll be on my YouTube. It'll be on the Twitch for however long it is, and that's whatever. That's fine. My likes, cats. I have owned several cats. I currently have a cat. She is an old black cat lady named Spice. I love her dearly. Used to have a I forgot what kind of cat it was. It was whenever I was super young, back when the eyesight was still good. But it was like the color of like like a cream, and so we called him Bailey, like Bailey Irish Cream, and he was great. Had him for a long time. Ran away when we moved, and sad story, but it's whatever. And then up until about 6 7 years ago, I had a purebred Persian by the name of Winky, um, who is named after the female elf from the Harry Potter book series that was excluded from the movies. Fun fact there. But yeah, she was so beautiful, and just the most loving thing ever. And I think it's that just grew my love for cats so much. All right, next, lore drops. Yeah, so I'm just a whore whenever it comes to lore and stuff. Like, I want to like digest every bits and pieces of lore and try to connect and understand like timelines. If you bring me a book series, a game series, even something small, like the other day, a couple friends of mine were talking about those Scrub Buddy commercials, the little from like the 90s. It was like the toilet cleaning product or whatever. I went into a full deep dive trying to learn the lore of these characters and the brand, and I spent like 2 hours researching stuff on that. Just just crazy. I just love getting into that. ASMR, like, I'm really wanting to do that. I know I don't really have the voice for it, but I love listening to it, and I would enjoy doing that if people wanted it. But that's okay if not. Cosplaying. So I go to conventions a lot. I cosplay a lot. I've actually cosplayed as this avatar several years ago, before anyone knew who it was, because I'll go into more detail on this avatar in a little bit and where its inspiration came from. But let's see, who have I cosplayed as? Out the top of my head, Shuichi from Danganronpa V3, Xander, Fire Emblem Fates, I will be doing Luocha from Honkai Star Rail, as well as Tezpoka, or the the one. I butcher his name. I am so sorry. Tez from Fate Grand Order. I'm gonna be doing his first Ascension clothing cosplay. in an upcoming convention that I'll be going to. But that's, yeah, I'm okay with that. I gotta keep saying I'm okay with that. I'm rambling. I don't know what to say. Oh my god. uh, yeah, I just love cosplay and I love seeing cosplays. It's just a fun thing. I'm starting to disregard doing wigs because they just give such a headache in terms of the just the tension headache of wearing a wig cap is just not fun at all. Yeah, but that's okay. Um, Dislikes. Spiders. I have horrible arachnophobia. Um, like to the point where if the game has an arachnophobia mode, I will actively put that on. It's a fight or flight response with spiders. I cannot stand spiders in real life, in games, anything. I just totally shut down. It's bad. Um, Silence, as you can see with the constant rambling, I have not given a moment to like stop and let things soak in. It gets eerie, and I start getting in my head about things with the silence, and I'm no, not for me. And then sight. Yeah, as I kind of explained a little bit earlier, my sight's awful. Um, both in the story of this avatar and in real life. I have a degenerative disease in my corneas, and so I actually do have bad eyesight. As you've probably seen, the avatar's getting really wonky with the eyes, and that's because I have to wear special corrective lenses. And the face model doesn't do glasses very well. Womp womp. I call this my dislikes my three S's, the triple S threat: spider, silence, and sight. um, okay. Yeah, let's move on to the next slide. So my mama and papa, the one who made this beautiful avatar as well as rigged it, is the fantastic Lithomeral. They have an X and a Discord. It's all linked right there. I highly suggest checking them out. I don't think that they are doing anything VTube related anymore. Um, but they are still doing artwork, and they actually have a shop in which they're doing medieval like arts and crafts and items. So definitely check them out. Um, they're great. They were very patient with me as I was with them, and we worked together to make this. And I'm very grateful for for Meryl. So yeah. Ooh, next slide's not doing well. Okay, there we go. My interests. I have so many interests in all these. So I just had to like kind of condense and break it down as much as I can. So let's start with the games. Fate Grand Order. Just the Fate series in general. I have spent so much time, energy, and money into it. Played it a lot. I will say I'm one of the top like Astolfo users. I'm not gonna say that I leveled them up to 120 because that's just crazy, and I don't have that. But I will say I have Saber Astolfo at MP5, so I'll take that. Fire Emblem. That is a game series I grew up as a kid playing on the Game Boy, and it's just the perfect blend of medieval fantasy and turn-based tactics that's just right up my alley. Sacred Stones was my first Fire Emblem game. Fell in love with Joshua and just Myrmidons and Swordmasters in general, and since then I've like went back, played through almost all the games. I will admit I have not gone through all the routes in Three Hopes. And yeah, a Fire Emblem. Let's go. Exactly. Yeah, so I will admit I haven't done all of the routes in Three Hopes. I'm in the middle of that, and I haven't started Fire Emblem Engage. I will do that I think I'll do that on stream, my first time ever doing Engage. I know absolutely very little about the game. I have it. It's been on the shelf. I'll do it at some point. D&D. Um, uh, I've been playing D&D long before like Baldur's Gate 3 or it got big. Like I've been DMing for like both DMing and being a player for more than like 15 years at this point. Currently, I am a DM running the module, which is the Waterdeep Heist slash Dungeon of the Mad Mage, and it's been going on for about like 2-ish years. It's fun, a bit tedious, but it's whatever. Souls like, all like Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Sekiro, Liza P, Elden Ring. I just enjoy it. It feels like a rhythm game to me, where you're both timing the enemy's attacks, your stamina, and your attacks, and it becomes a fluid dance between you and the bosses. And it's learning that I love. And also, like, as I previously stated, just the lore stuff. I just love like reading the items and like piecing together the lore of what's happening in the stories, and it's just a fun time. I enjoy it. Kind of excited for Night Rain. Hopefully get to play with some people on that if they are interested. Then we go to the Yakuza series. I wasn't that big into it until Yakuza 0. I was highly suggested it, loved it, and then played through the rest of the series. But I think that's how everyone is. Like, they see the series and they're kind of meh about it, and then they play 0 and then they just fall in love with the series. So, I mean, I guess I'm like everyone else with that. But prior to doing this VTubing stuff, I did make a couple of videos or shitpost videos about Yakuza. So like that's kind of what helped me get started on wanting to do videos in the first place. So that's why the Yakuza series, as a nutshell, just gets that special place there. Then finally, to wrap up the top games, the Danganronpa series. So this avatar, I was made in a Danganronpa Discord roleplay over 6 years ago, and it was the ultimate DJ. And he was like, "I'm British and I'm the DJ." Can't even do an accent. Oh my god. Bottle of water. And it led me to being on these Discord servers, playing games like Mafia, and which is a form of werewolf for those who don't know. Yeah, it's those Dane romps. And it led me to interacting with a good old this the character was British, and that's kind of what everyone made fun of him for. And yeah, I could never do an accent correctly, so I just never brought it up too much, especially whenever I roleplayed as him, or cosplayed as him even. Yeah, blind and yes, blind and British. BB, he is he's living a double hell. Yeah, so I mean, I have to give the series my thanks for interacting or introducing me to a great set of friends and community that I've been with for like the past several years, and a lot of the people that I play games with or interact are still part of the series, are huge into it. We're all talking about the new upcoming Defense Academy, so probably going to do that when that comes out, and I'm excited for that. In terms of animes, I just listed my favorite and of all times, and that is going to be Death Parade. Despite it only being like 12 episodes, it sunk me to my core, and it hit hard every single episode, and it just resonates with me. I watch it yearly, because it's just so good. And yeah, it's just one of those things that helped fix my relationship with my family. Watching that. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, that's just a fun trip all around from start to finish, each part. I there's no way to not list it as one of my favorite. It's the things that I get excited about watching every episode as soon as it comes out when I can. Same with Blue Lock. Another fun fact, back when I was a kid, and I say kid as if it wasn't like more like 20 years ago, uh, I played soccer, and I was on a soccer team, and I was a goalie, and it was fun, blocking hits from the ball with like my head, because I have no depth perception to catch things with my hand at all. So it was always just blocking it with my head. And I love soccer, or football, for the rest of the world, football. And yeah, so just an anime that's just gotten so popular, and it's soccer. It's so good. And then Assassination Classroom, just again, it's just one of those things that like starts off good, and then at the end you're just so sappy, and just tears are in your eye. And I'm a sucker for sappy stuff. I really am. But that's okay, because it gives good stories and life lessons for everything. And music. I live I li- Before I just reveal it all, I listen to a hodgepodge of different musics. So it was really hard to like narrow down, um just to like a few artists. But the artists I did select, Twin Shadow. I've been listening to them since 2014. With his, no, not 2014, 2015, with his Eclipse album, and that is just oh, so good. I could not recommend this guy enough. I always try and recommend him and his music everywhere I can. Creed. I Everyone hates on Creed just like they hate on Nickelback. I like Creed. I grew up listening to Creed. I will never hate Creed. Twice. You got to throw in a little bit of K-pop, right? I like Twice. Not a big fan of their newer stuff, which is more Americanized, and having like American artists guest star. But that's just a personal preference. But their older stuff I do like a lot. Kochi no Kento, that is a newer artist that I like. And their music video art styles is very reminiscent of like old 80s animes, and very simplistic, and it's just the beat to go with it. I just enjoy it quite a bit. And then Chapel Roan, I would be lying if I said that she didn't dominate my entire music feed last year. Um, and not to toot my own horn too much, but I did discover her before she got big and famous, only by a week, mind you. It was only a week before she got big that I discovered her, but I will take that week, and I will run with it. I'm excited to see if she for her putting out new stuff. Um, yeah, so yeah, games, anime, music. I have a lot more that I wanted to list, but like if I just went by listing every single thing I liked of those, we'd be here all day, which I don't want to do. You all have things to do. I have things to do. It's okay. Um, and my ultimate goals, my goals for this channel. Play more horror games. I have been collecting horror games for like the last couple years, and I've been too scared to play them alone. So I thought, why not save them, and then use them for streams. Because then at least if I'm scared, someone is scared with me, whoever's watching. So I'll take that. Um, Collab with other creators, like other creators, VTubers, voice actors, whatever. Just a collab in general. I would love to do that. Just kind of bounce back and forth with people. That'd be nice and cool. And then to do a stream in a different language. I've lived in Germany for a couple of years. I know a little bit of the language to understand it and read it, not so much speak it. I'm learning to do that again. It's just kind of, it's not the same as like picking up a bike and just learning again. It's super rusty. Um, so I'm trying to learn that back again, and then maybe sometime in the future just do a German English stream. I don't know, but that is what I have planned. Um, so I'm gonna be honest. This is where it ends. Like it only these four. Those that are watching. Any questions? I did see that there were a couple people here. I don't know if they're still there or not. Um, but if no one has anything, I think that's a good introduction. Let the VODs do their job, clips and all that, and we can just move on to the games when I decide to stream them. I will be having a weekly thing posted on my Blue Sky social. So just make sure to check on that. I'll. Oh, hello. Yes, first time chatter there, Ouroboros. I know who you are, but yes, hello. uh, so yeah, I'll be making probably like a weekly post on the Blue Sky social on my streaming schedule for that week. I'll try and post every Sunday if possible. And just kind of go from there. I'm thinking maybe 2-3 times a week, kind of get the feels for it. I haven't decided what games yet. I'll probably be figuring that out sometime tonight when I make the post. And if I can, I'll just put the schedule on here on this Twitch as well. And other than that, I think I'm good. And what, 30 something minutes? Yeah. See, it wasn't even going to be an hour. But that's okay. Thank you all for who thank you all who have tuned in and have stuck around um, for my debut. And I hope to see you all again when I actually do stream, and actually have a game to go along with it to make things more exciting, more engaging, you know. uh, yeah, I want to wish you all a great Sunday, and a good week ahead, okay? All right. Bye, everyone.